I still think that Matthew Stafford is the best quarterback in the NFC, and the tape would prove that as well last year.
Cap.
Brock Purdy is just right there with Jordan Love. And when it comes to how good you are, Kirk Cousins, Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff. So I would right now, if you asked me to rank the NFC quarterbacks, it's Matthew Stafford 1. I would probably put Jordan Love at 2 and Brock Purdy at 3. But if you flip-flop those guys for me, I would have no argument on that. I'd probably put Kirk Cousins at 4 and Jared Goff at 5. So Love is on his way. The 9-game stretch, he was one of the best quarterbacks in all of football. But Stafford is still
where the hell
at
is
the top.
Dak Prescott, Dan?
I was about to say, I mean, I didn't. Did you purposely leave out Dak? Did you just overlook Dak Prescott? I mean,
who are you putting Dak over? You going to put him over Jared Goff?
You tell me.
Did he just say all of them?
Wasn't he runner-up for MVP last year?
The MVP of the league at one point last year.
You know what? I'm going to take a completely different approach on this video. Dan, I'm not even going to rip you to shreds. I don't have to do that anymore. Your own co-host and your own peers in the media world, they're doing it for me. You see, Dan Orlovsky, what has happened to you is you've become a caricature of an analyst on ESPN. They've trotted you out there with your script for you to be the bad guy as it pertains to the Dallas Cowboys, and it's completely ruined what little you had left of a reputation as it pertains to the sports world. Everyone all but forgot about your exploits in the NFL, including you running out the back of the end zone, but recently your face has been all over the ESPN networks and your mouth has just been wide open. If you're not on your knees getting ready to suck Josh Allen's meat pistol, then you're on your knees in front of a toilet getting ready for all that bull to come out of your mouth. I'm not the only person that thinks you're not a credible analyst. I'm not the only person that thinks your takes are foolish. Nick Wright thinks so too.
And I saw my pal Dan Orlovsky call this guy an idiot.
Yes.
And it said, it's guy's an idiot. And then Dan went on to make things up. But what he said has just become like canon of the Josh Allen story, but they're lies.
Oh, and apparently Dominic Foxworth as well.
Where are some of these teams I mentioned unproven? Certainly not a quarterback. Like, neither of those teams that I mentioned out of the NFC South are unproven at quarterback.
Context is key. He talking about Baker Mayfield, the guy that's been traded already, and he was a #1 overall pick, and Kirk Cousins, the dude coming off an Achilles injury and is on his 3rd team.
We know who Kirk Cousins is. Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback.
So, my bad. Trayvon Diggs coming back from an ACL is a question mark, and that's a corner. It's an important position. But Kirk Cousins coming back from Achilles? Oh, no. Check plus. That's going to definitely work out down there in the NFC South.
You know what? I'm going to practice that move. Anytime I get made to look stupid on one of my points, I'm going to hit that mug.
I think it's more reasonable to think that Kirk Cousins is going to, as a quarterback who's just a pocket guy, come back from an Achilles a little bit smoother?
The Falcons are an unproven entity. So they are a new coach, a new quarterback, 2 new quarterbacks. Just assuming that they're going to leapfrog them, to me, is, to use your word, a little bit rich.
Don, but that's why I said someone from the South.
That's all, folks.
Then I'll take Tampa.
So I don't believe in Baker Mayfield the way that you do. I think that he had a good season last year.
Dan, this face isn't a defense mechanism. It doesn't make a point for you. All it does is prove our point is that you're a blubbering fool on national television trying to make a point when there is none to be made. I'm glad all of your co-hosts seem to have such a strong reaction to your ridiculous takes as it pertains to Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. In no world and in no way is Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield, Brock Purdy, or any of the other guys you named better than Dak Prescott, nor have they put up a more consistent body of work than Dak Prescott, including Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford's a good quarterback, but you take that Super Bowl ring away and Dak has clearly still had a better career than Matthew Stafford. And don't even get me started. Don't get me started on the assertion that the Cowboys are somehow the 8th best team in the NFC. I don't know what this weird Kirk Cousins fetish is that the talking heads have developed over this offseason, but he's coming off of an Achilles injury that he had in the middle of the season last year. I'm not sure why everyone is acting like, 1, Kirk is a better quarterback than Dak, especially coming off of an Achilles, and 2, I don't know why everybody's acting like Atlanta, for some reason, is going to leapfrog the Cowboys. And by everybody, I only mean Dan Orlovsky, because he's the only dumbass riding that short bus to that school of thought. But still, it's hard to take these guys seriously, man. In fact, I don't take Dan Orlovsky serious at all. He's fallen into the same bucket to me as Shady McSea Turtle, Jugs McGee, and Stephen A. Smith. No one's taking this to heart. No one's actually looking at you as if you're dropping actual knowledge. At this point, I think people only watch you, Dan Orlovsky, to see how many pancakes you can eat off the floor, how many of your coworkers' feet you can sniff, and how long it'll take before you give us a live donkey show with Josh Allen on ESPN. But I just want to bring this to you guys and show you guys that, hey, as fans, we're not the only people that see Dan Orlovsky as the clown that he is. Anytime he begins to talk, anytime he makes that stupid, confused look on his face as if he's trying to doubt the intelligence of someone is making a better point than the one he just previously made, you see his co-host. You see everyone's reaction to it. No one takes him seriously. Even people from other networks don't take him seriously, so I'm damn sure not going to take him seriously. Because at the end of the day, if we can't trust this guy to be aware of where he is on a football field, then how can we possibly trust anything he has to say about what's going on said football field? Either way, we steep. Same old Cowboys. I'll see y'all in the next one.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still the ball? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Oh, shut up, my boy. Hey! I'm still them boys.